Hey fellas, couple banners showed up for the event. Less than a month, right? May 10th. Um, it's officially a one-day event. I'll be there Friday and Sunday with the members, and usually the place is pretty dead after 12 o'clock, noon every day. But yeah, they just gave me the one day, Saturday, May the 10th. So Dubro sent in a banner, so hang it up to get all the crinkles and wrinkles out, and then got this cool banner to support Desert Aircraft, and that plane looks sick on there. I always loved this scheme. Surprised I never got a plane in this scheme, but yeah, that is my style of a scheme. So getting the wrinkles and crinkles out on this stuff, and then yeah, spread the word. Although if only 2 or 3 of us show up, that'd be awesome. But also if 40 show up, that'd be great too. But yeah, May 10th, Prado, PVMAC. We got the freestyle event out there. Gonna try to get some tacos catered for sure, pizza, and hopefully tacos too. There's this taco restaurant about a block away, so I'm gonna try to get them to cater because it's pretty cool. And let's see what else is going on. Had so much fun last weekend at the Super Show. It's just like I had told you guys, who wouldn't enjoy that opportunity, that where there's no club rules, and they tell you to be a hot dog and fly extreme aerobatics and everything in a really tight small area with FAA imposed low ceiling and all this kind of stuff for hundreds of people, and just have fun. And yeah, how do you beat that? I put up so many flights. I haven't flown that much in a day. I'm surprised my eyes held up. They were getting triple vision by the I was just flying the plane in the middle. But yeah, flew this quite a few flights per day with a smoke system, and it was pretty badass. Got a soccer field, so 150 feet deep, but the people and tents and everything were kind of crowding that, so probably had 120 feet on the depth, and then their soccer field's like 200 feet on the width, and then that's got these 90-foot light poles all the way around it with a 100-foot ceiling from the FAA imposed because the airport right there. So I started doing a lot more than I did last year, though. I just think I've learned more, but I was also more playing with the lights. I was doing these like knife edge circles that I would like take like 5 feet above the lights and then drop them down to the ground, and then 5 feet above the lights and stuff like that. Anyway, that's a big story, but it was lots of fun. Gary was out there flying his planes too. Eric came out on Saturday, flew a couple of FPV things, I think. And yeah, good time had by all. Mike Mayberry come and hang out for a while. We did some videos and pictures together. So yeah, good times. And then, hanging out 8 hours a day with Greg Stone, AMA District Vice President, talking about the state of the union, man, the state of the hobby, and, what needs to be done. Get rid of these gatekeepers, and get people that promote the hobby and enjoy the hobby and like to fly and like to welcome people into flying and promote more people flying, and especially the youth. You got to have the youth. You got to have more people. Especially now, it seems like, with the tariffs, which I like the AMA making an attempt on the tariffs, is a really cool thing to get us, excluded from that stuff. But regardless, a little slowing down of the economy and all this stuff, really need to be thinking about what's going to keep us going. So we spent a lot of time talking about that over the weekend, and that was good. And then the last thing is I feel horrible right now. And just a reminder to be safe out there. One of the really good guys at the field, guy that I really like too, and he's one of the safety officers, and he had a restraint break on him last night. Yeah, it was last night. And I guess he was in the hospital all night, because they lopped off a couple of fingers, and they were not lopped off clean. They couldn't sew him back on. So yeah, I just feel awful about it. I feel terrible for him. I feel terrible with that happened, the whole experience. But we always know that anything could happen. Anything could happen when you get out of bed in the morning, and drive your car is the worst thing. 40,000 people in the U.S. die every year in cars. Nobody says anything because we all feel it's a necessity to drive, which kind of is. But we all know we could get hurt with these things, but we hope we don't, and we hope we take proper precautions to do our best not to get hurt. And he just got bit by a restraint that had worn out, had some worn areas that let it break loose. And so just a reminder that his penalty there is the only benefit from his pain is a reminder to the rest of us to always be careful, always be on guard, don't do any assuming. What I like to say in rock climbing is, be prepared for catastrophic. Are you prepared for what normally happens, or are you prepared for the worst thing that could happen? And normally we're not prepared for the worst thing that could happen. And then when it does, something bad happens because you weren't really ready, because you're doing what is prepared for the best case scenario. And that's what we all tend to do it quite a bit in life, driving cars and everything else. We kind of change lanes, hoping best case scenario. Use a skill saw, hoping best case scenario, and sometimes, you got to be ready for catastrophic. And that restraint break, and that was catastrophic. Anyway, that's too long to talk about that. But the point is, once in a while we need these reminders to stay safe out there. And all the prayers for my buddy who lost his fingers. All the good vibes. And hope to see everybody who wants to have fun out there on May 10th. And that's out for me.